Hi everyone and welcome to today's spin video. Today we're going to be talking about the big star spin. I don't know if that's its proper name, but that's what I call it. So that's what we're going to do. Let me demonstrate first and then we're going to break it down. This is the big star spin. This spin, I think, is one of the easiest ways to get started in your spin to keep it smooth and centered. And that's what we want. For many reasons, but if you're in a class and there's a bunch of people swinging and their spins are kind of orbiting or swinging or whatever, it's kind of dangerous to the person next to them. And aside from that, I think it can make you feel more dizzy when you're spinning in an orbit or like swinging in your spin. It's just like not the feeling that we want, right? Like it's not the best. We've all been there. So let's break it down. This is actually the backwards way of doing the star spin, and you can also do it forwards, but we'll cover that at the end. So first things first, make sure your hands are even on your hoop. If you're across to the side or one hand's in the middle, one hand's up here, it's going to make it more difficult to find that center. So look at the top where the strop is or where the top of your hoop is and try to place your hands evenly on either side. It seems obvious, but sometimes it's not. From here, I think the most important cue for this spin and for most spin is to pull your weight down. So what you want is for your weight to go into the hoop and come off the ground. So my feet are just tapping on the ground right now. There's maybe 95% of my weight into the hoop in my hands, pulling down from the ceiling, and only about 5% touching the ground. So we've taken the weight into our arms, then peel your feet on the ground and find this like V shape. So you want your legs to be comfortably out from your hips, like here, not back and not too far forward. Your weight sinks down, peel your feet and find this shape. That pull down from the center and taking the weight off of the floor, that's going to find the center of the hoop. Okay, and that's so important. So pulling down. My first tip is that your legs stay straight and your arms stay straight. Obviously, every spin is different. The one that we're doing today, I think, is so much easier with your arms straight because your weight has to pull down. If your arms are bent, you'll find it can the hoop can go in more directions than just down. If your arms are straight, watch how it just pulls down. Naturally, that's where the center is. So, arms are straight, legs are straight. What you're going to do is, as much as possible, try to keep this shape. What we're going to do is we're going to gently lift one leg up and we're going to take it behind our body. That's the first movement. You want to keep this shape as much as you can when you start this turn. You do this by rolling over your supporting foot and keeping the lifted leg slightly behind your body. When I'm ready to start, I'm going to lift one foot up and take it behind my body. See how my chest and my head stay in the same position. I think people run into trouble is when they push their chest forward or they try to lead with their chest. So leading with your chest would look something like that, like sort of pushing that way, or leaving your chest behind is kind of that. You want to keep the star shape as much as possible. The lifted leg, so the foot that comes off the floor, keep it slightly behind your body. As soon as you bring it in front of your body, you're kind of breaking that nice line, that nice star line. So bringing it in front of your body kind of looks like that. See that? And that makes it harder for this leg to stay in the same point. So the next tip I would give is the foot on the floor, you want to keep it in the same spot as much as possible. Keep it on the floor, but it can rotate over itself. So this foot can roll from the bottom of the foot to the top and back to the bottom. So just keep an eye on this foot on the floor right now. See how it goes over and then on top again. And it kind of stays in the same spot. As your lifted leg makes a big circle around, keeping that lifted leg slightly behind your body. I know there's a lot to think about, but once you get it, it's more of a feeling and it's easy to just find that momentum and get a really nice spin going. Another thing I would say is start the spin really slowly. Nice and slow, Keep your head forward, not down, not up. Keep your head like you're looking straight ahead. Lift the leg slowly, take it around. Now, you can see that you can gain speed quite easily, which is a good thing. Whee! Once that momentum starts, so start slowly, and then once that momentum of the lifted leg, it kind of takes over and you feel this float feeling, that's when you can float your foot that's on the ground up a little bit, okay? So start slow, keep the shape as much as possible, keep your arms straight, keep your head looking forward, take your chest and your hips with you, so try not to twist. We're trying to keep the shape as we start the spin. So we start slowly, we build it up, and then we should have a lot of speed. Careful not to go too fast, especially if you have a routine after this. What you can do is you can get the spin, you can get the momentum. You'll feel a lot of force once you start to go into your routine. So keep it slow to start with and then build up speed. Try it on both legs, try it both ways. I think naturally we all have a side that we prefer to spin to. I am so guilty of this. So don't do what I do what I say, and try it on the other leg. Okay. In saying that, you can do it on the other leg, you can spin the other way. You can also do a forward star spin. Now the forward star spin is kind of the same, but we go over our front leg. I'm going to be honest, I'm not as good at this spin, but I'm going to demonstrate it for you guys. But just know that I know it doesn't feel as natural for me. I really like the backwards one. I think it keeps my hips and my shoulders really centered. See how you go. The forward spin. So same thing, weight pulls down, your legs come apart. So I'm going to use my right leg as my supporting leg this time. It's lightly tapping the ground. It's coming forward of our leg, but it's still behind our body. So it's still in that arabesque shape. And then once we feel the speed, we can pick it up. Like, was it okay? I don't know. It just feels like I can't find that shape as well as the other one. You know, it is what it is. Forward spin, I would say a lot of people bring that leg in front of their body, but try not to. So the lifted leg stays behind your body as it comes around like an arabesque. And careful when you lift your foot off the ground. I kind of did it a little bit that time, so my bad. But don't push off the ground. You always want to float off the ground into a spin. So as I say, there's so many different ways you can spin. This is just one of them. It's pretty common, but I think it's always nice to break it down just in case you haven't learned it yet. You can also do this like the big star spin when the hoop is lower, so your hands are up on the top bar. It's a really good way to get a spin going that way. You can do it with the bar in front of your body like this. You can do it with it behind. You can do it really with the hoop at any height. Please reach out if you're having any difficulties, and hopefully I can help you and we can work it out. See you next time. Bye.